Okay, welcome back everybody for part 2 of the video on backpacks. So what I wanted to do today is to provide you my review of the backpack that I just recently purchased for day hiking. All right, so this is the weekend backpack, anywhere between 30 to 50 liters. The one that I have is a 32-liter bag, and so far it has done amazingly well. Now, as you would have noticed in my previous videos, I have used this little bag here to carry my goods for the day. You can see there are a few things on here that we talked about. So there are daisy chains up at the top. There is an external little pouch here that allows me quick access, and in fact this is where I would be putting my first aid kit. The 2 bags that I have for first aid kit go in here so I can have them easily accessible. It does have side pockets. However, there is no ventilation here whatsoever. There's no chambers. There is also no frame. All right, so this is a frameless bag. It does have a couple, it has 4 actually D-rings on it, which actually can be quite useful. But the biggest thing that I found with this one is the size of the waist area down at bottom. Because this pack actually kind of does this. It has a much narrower top and it has a wider bottom. And I found that to be actually a little bit sore on my back. The other thing, it does have a waist strap, but there's zero cushioning on this. And while I really like the larger buckle compared to the one that I have now, the fact that I have a proper waist strap is gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so here's the one that I have chosen. This is the one, you would have seen this in the previous video. This is the one I have right here. This is made by, this is a Korean company, Kolping, K-O-L-P-I-N-G. I am going to leave the link down below so you can check it out. It is in Korean, but you will be able to check this out. This bag was originally produced, I believe, in January or February of 2016, so it's been around for a few years. It's probably one of the reasons why I actually got it on sale. Now, in terms of the list that I just had, that I gave you, I want to go through step by step on that list and show you what I have and what I don't. So, first of all, it is considered a weekend bag. This is 32 liters, so this can actually extend out even a little bit further because of the extra top here. So it does give me a little bit of extra space. If I did want to do an overnight, I think this backpack would do just fine. This is an internal frame pack. It's my personal preference. There are, you can feel, you can't see them, but inside here, the fiberglass poles are inside, and here is the strips. It also has, you can probably hear this, it has a harder back to it, so there's like a plastic sleeve that goes on the back to provide, again, rigidity on the backpack. Ventilation. This one here has padded sides, and the chamber in the center is your chimney, right, or your channel. And it provides a little bit of ventilation. I think for me, the ventilation is not as high a priority, which is why I didn't go with something like a Duder backpack, and they're like twice as expensive for that ventilation. And I thought, I don't really need it. It doesn't really matter if my back gets sweaty. It doesn't bother me at all. Access. I have access basically 360 degrees around the backpack. There are zippers that go all the way around. I can access, you can see here, there's the zipper down on the bottom there, and it goes all the way around. So I have access to pretty much any side of the backpack that I need. I also do have there's a pocket on the front here. Now this is interesting because this is a pocket, and yet I can put stuff in here and I can access from either side, which I think is pretty cool actually. I like that. So there's the one main outside pocket there, and then I also have at the top, I have an internal top bag pocket, and I have an external top bag pocket right here. The top bag pocket here, this is where I keep my main first aid kit. So it's easily accessible, and I don't have to be pulling off straps in order to get at it. So that's where that goes. Padding. The padding, comparatively, I would say actually this is, the straps are a little bit thicker than the one I currently have. Not a lot thicker, but maybe by a couple of millimeters, I would think. The back has far more padding on it than this one. This one has no padding at all, and the paddings are zoned. So rather than having one strip of padding, it's kind of divided into these little sections, which is remarkably comfortable. Also on the hip, we have the waist pads. Now here is padded, but it's not thick. There are a little bit more thicker pads right here, which is really cool because it actually fits right on your pelvic bone, so you're not going to have a sore spot or a sore point on your hips, because instead of doing padding on the entire belt, they have specified where that hot spot or sore spot might come from. So I think that's really quite interesting for sure. Now this does have a rain cover down right here. And if I pull this out, there is the bright yellow, very bright yellow rain cover. This goes right over top, and you are good to go. It also has a hydration zone. You can see right here, it says H2O. There is a hydration pouch inside here, and it comes out right here. Hello. Comes out right here, and it would attach either to my left or right shoulder strap. So essentially, sorry, my bag was hitting the microphone there. I hope it didn't come out too badly in the video. So essentially, this pack can cover most of what I had just talked about in terms of, it hits all the bases. It covers all the bases. Now, this does not have daisy chains on it, which this one does. It doesn't have D-rings. However, what it does have is it does have these elasticized straps that are attached right to the bag. This is good if you want to attach a hiking pole, so you can have a hiking pole to either side. My preference, though, again, this is just personal preference. I don't really like having things clanging on the outside of the pack. I find that sound after a while really kind of gets annoying. So you can actually, excuse me, you can actually pull those fairly tightly. For walking sticks, it's not a big deal. But for other things, I would not prefer to have things banging and clanging on the outside of the pack. The last thing I will say is it does have two fairly spacious pockets on either side, here and here. So if there was something I wanted to have access to, like an extra water bottle, we're good to go. Now, what did I pay for this bad boy? Well, there's the rub. There's a couple of other things. Before I get to the price, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about, and that is that it has nylon stitch zones. Now, this is also called ripstop nylon, I guess you could say. Yeah, ripstop nylon is the other term for that. Picking a pack that has ripstop nylon is really, really handy. Why is that? Because the the material of the backpack has these tiny little squares all over them. And I'll do a B-roll on that one so you can see what I'm talking about. And that allows for, if your backpack gets a puncture, let's say, the puncture is, and the damage is not going to spread particularly long on your backpack. So you're not going to lose the tension of the weave and the material that's on there. So that's one last thing that you might want to consider. It saves wear and tear on the bag, and it protects the bag from getting snags that could actually rip into something that make that rip much longer. And in case you're thinking, but when would that ever happen? It does, because I've actually had 2 backpacks in the past. One of them did not have a ripstop nylon on it, and I paid the price on that one. It cost me quite a bit to get repaired. Whereas I could actually go through similar brush with a ripstop nylon backpack and feel perfectly comfortable going through that type of stuff without having any concern that my backpack might lose out on having an additional repair. So that again is something to keep in mind. Now this backpack, original price was 189,000 won, and I got it for 99,000 won. So I got it for about 45% off the price. I believe that sale price is now on the website, the Kolping website. So this bag is available for just under $100, which is for what we've just done in terms of this. To find that in a $100 bag, I think is an exceptionally good value. Again, though, you do want to make sure that you're going in and trying on the backpack before you buy it. Don't just buy online. This one comes in 2 colors. I got the full brown. I just liked this color. There's another dual tone with blue and tan, or blue and brown. And I didn't like that one as much. But again, color is just personal preference. It's not a big deal. You pick whatever color you want. That's fine. Okay, that's it for me. That's the review. I hope that... Oh, and I did want to say, I did buy this with my own money. Okay, I was not given the bag. This review is my own. And yeah, I should have mentioned that at the very beginning, and I didn't. I apologize. So this review I'm not being paid for this in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so that, and the last thing I wanted to bring up is, how does it fit? Well, I did got Bowie this past weekend, and I started with this one. I purchased the pack, transferred everything over, and put that on my back. And I gotta say, world of difference. It really, really made a big difference. I could instantly tell that I was in a proper backpack as opposed to the one that I had previously used. So for me, $100 for it checks all of those boxes. Absolutely great price. I would highly recommend it. Again, go check it out in the store, try it on, make sure it fits properly. Then you can make a wise decision. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining, subbing, sharing, liking the video. Let's get our membership up. We've been stuck at 72 for a little while. Hopefully we can get that up. And also this weekend is a huge deal because we're going to Tentsile, Asia in Gusan Beach, which is about an hour north of Pohang. So if any of you have a weekend free, come join us. I'm going to be recording there on Saturday. It'd be great to see if any of you come there as well. So looking forward to the weekend and getting out there. Have a great day, and remember, live life well here at Korea Overland. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.